habit to get in. And again, as a creative, it's not fun. It's not the like glamorous side of things.
Of course.
But I'll tell you, if you do your pre-production right, which basically, again, pre-production is just like figuring out lists and like making sure that you plan the whole dang thing out. So, you know, like if you got a 1-day photo shoot, you know what you're doing at 10 a.m., at noon, at 2 p.m., at 4 p.m., at 6 p.m. You know exactly what you're doing the whole time. And everyone else knows too, because at this, you know, what we're doing now is we often have pretty big teams. You know, our photo shoots involve usually 10 to 20 people. So it's like big teams of people trying to like get something done. And so like they all have to know all that stuff way ahead of time too. So as a photographer and as a creative in general, I would say like that pre-production process is very important. And then on the day of, you know, when you're creating, whether it's like a studio album or, you know, a photographic project, whatever,
pretty smooth.
Things just fall into place.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty smooth ride, which is exactly what you want.
Exactly. It's like studying for a test in like high school, right? Like if you do your studying, then the test isn't too hard usually. But if you don't study, the test is going to kick your butt. So, yeah.
How far advanced do you actually do your pre-production? Like a week or a month or whatever? Or let's say that you have a project due, or let's say you actually want to plan out your projects for the month of February. Or let's say March. Let's say you want to go ahead and plan out all your projects for the month of March. When do you actually start your pre-planning and pre-production?
At least bare minimum a month beforehand.
Okay.
Yeah, and the production process, it varies depending on project, but we have actually in February, we've got a 7-day photo shoot coming up where we're going to be teaching photography. It's going to be a photography tutorial. 7 days on location, you know, with a heck of a lot of moving pieces. And we've been working on the pre-production for over 2 weeks on this. All these outlines that you saw there, that's what that is.
Absolutely.
So at least a month ahead of time, because, you know, it depends on what you want, but let's say you have, you want something special for your project, right? Like, for instance, we have a photo shoot at the end of the month where I want a wall of mirrors built for the photo shoot. So like, it's like mirrors, 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 mirrors. And then we're going to have a subject like looking into the mirror, and it's going to be in the middle of the desert at sunset. It's going to be awesome. It's really, really fun. Yeah, I'm excited about it. But walls of mirrors don't exist in the middle of the desert, right? So it's like, okay, I've got this idea, then like, how do we actually get this done? Like, you know, having enough time ahead of time to like, to make this thing or have it made for us, or, you know, like get it in pieces and build it on set, or, you know, do I need a person to come deliver this thing to me and have it manufactured or whatever it is. And when I was first starting out, I couldn't afford to do it. What's that? Really
thinking about those micros. So
exactly.
So I have to get it built, or am I going to have somebody deliver it to me, or we're going to build it on set? You know, do we need any stands to actually hold it up? You know, yeah, all those little micros that you wouldn't even think of, like even probably say a week in advance. It's something that'll probably come to you as weeks kind of go by, or even if you just reverse engineer the final product to like everything. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, and you know, I thankfully I have a wonderful producer that I work with who just really helps make the process much easier. And I would say, you know, I'm lucky enough to have like a really wonderful team of people. I could not do this all on my own. If you don't have a producer or whatever, you know, like find a detail-oriented friend and say like, okay, I want to shoot in the desert with a wall of mirrors. And your detail-oriented friend is going to be like, okay, well, how are you going to do that? Are you going to have this thing built? How are you going to get these things to the desert? What's the transportation going to look like? Are they going to break? Are you going to like
answer those hard questions for your
and then exactly. So a friend who can like make you answer all those questions as early on as possible, you can create a plan from that, and from that plan you can execute it, or you can have someone else help you and execute it as well.